Hey, Hot 937, man. Freddie Gibbs, man. Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Freddie.
Good morning.
Good morning. We up.
I see you with that one wink. That means you're not a morning guy.
I'm a morning guy, but I had a long night.
And we literally just woke you up out of bed.
Yeah, I'm down. It's for a good cause, so it's all good.
Where you at right now?
I'm at home, at my house, LA.
Oh, okay. So let me guess. Ever since this album been out, every night's been late nights for you. Every night's a late night lately.
Yeah, it's been a lot of late nights. Like last night, man, it was, you know what I mean? Like, wow, man, it's girls, man, that be playing basketball. I ain't gonna get too deep into it, man, but they be.
It sounds exciting already.
Girls want to play basketball last night, man. So
I don't come to the crib and play.
Yeah, we went around and played a little basketball, man. It was the midnight league, man. Me and a bunch of girls, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Freddie, I was with you
training them up
at the record release party. I was in New York at that cool spot you had. I don't know how you found that spot in New York, because I'd never been there before.
What spot?
It was a small space. You had your record release party up there, because I was there with you.
Oh, yeah.
That was a cool spot there.
I don't know how they found that spot either, but that was dope.
Because they canceled everything else that night. Remember, there was 2 or 3 more events that night, and they canceled them, but yours didn't get canceled.
Nah, not me. Not the rap. You can't cancel the rap, man.
Freddie, how you feel, man? You got one of the hottest records in the country right now, man. How's it feel?
I think that the fact that you know, I'm at this point in my career and I'm still making my best records is a good thing. So I'm grateful, man. Praise God. I couldn't be more thankful for this moment, for you know what we got going on and what we got to come. So I'm real humble about that.
You what did you change up? Because you had some bumps in the road at the beginning of your career. What are you doing differently now?
I just think that I just got better as an artist. You know, I think at the beginning of my career I wasn't fully developed, and I think that you know, we in an industry where we don't even like allow artists to develop. Like, you know, like what if I would have stopped 5, 6 years ago, you know, when I was, you know, still underdeveloped, because I still feel like, you know, even at this point in my career, I'm still developing. If I would have stopped 5, 6 years ago because I felt like the game wasn't giving me what it needed to give me or what I deserved, then I wouldn't have made this new album. I would, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you're not a failure until you quit. So I just think that I just wasn't probably wasn't all the way focused. Like, you know, I come from the street, man. You know, so I was you know, 1 foot in the street and, you know, 1 foot trying to be a musician. That don't always really work, you know what I mean? But, you know, once I buckled down, I had kids and, you know, realized that you know, this could be taken away from me within a blink of an eye. Like, I just really got focused on my music and focused on my business in the music. And, you know, I think now it's starting to flourish.
So a lot of people, you make a really good point. I feel like a lot of people don't realize sometimes it's themselves that are blocking them and keeping them in the way. What is something that you changed slightly, like one little daily thing that you changed slightly that has made like the biggest difference?
Mainly prayer. I'm gonna keep it real with you. You know, when I started, you know, getting a whole lot of advice from like Farrakhan and Minister Tony Muhammad and Nuri Muhammad and guys like that, you know, it kind of shifted my focus into where I wanted to go. So, you know, as Black men, you know, we got to corral sometimes and you know, and have somebody that we can, you know, look up to and get word from. You know, we don't have that many. You know, they murder all our leaders, man. Mm-hmm. So the ones that we gotta, you know, we gotta hold on to them. And it's crazy because, like, Dick Gregory, rest in peace. He spoke at my high school. He turned me on to the minister Elijah Muhammad and Farrakhan and all of that speaking to me in my high school. So he intrigued me. So he made me want to learn more. You know, and you know, a lot. You know, those guys. I always shout out Minister Tony. You know, he like a father to me. You know, like a lot of those guys have like guided my focus. You know, and you know, helped me to, you know, just do a lot of man stuff. You know, outside of music, and you know, and those things. You know, you know, when you change those habits, you know, it starts to trickle down in everything you do.
Now, when you started doing music, did your parents agree to this, you know, lane you were going in, or did they want something else for you?
Man, I was selling crack. They didn't care what they didn't care what I. They was like, yo, they was like, yo,
can you go to jail for doing this? Well, damn,
they was like, they was like, do something, please. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, man, like, and because I, you know, I was an athlete, man. I ain't had aspirations of doing anything with music whatsoever. I thought I was going to the NFL, the NBA, or going to play tennis or whatever. I don't know. I thought I was going to be something athletic, but you know, God put me on this path, and you know, I ain't mad at it. You know, there's a lot of pressure on my family. You know, I got a brother that's a doctor, a sister that's a scientist. So I was like, you know, I always knew I was smart. Like, I just had to just, you know, apply it to something, and that's what I did.
You just had to put the crack down.
Definitely had to put that crack down. That crack is whack, like Whitney Houston said, man.
Yeah, but Freddie, that money was easy though. I mean, that had to be a tough choice because that money was good then. Now you had to take a pay cut.
Yeah, it's dangerous though, man. You know what I'm saying? It's dangerous though, man. You know, you got a lot of, and the crazy part about it, I'll be telling people now, like, man, the rap game just as dangerous as the drug game now. You know what I mean? Like,
it is.
Yeah, it is.
I remember waking up days and, you know, being on the block with guys, and you know, these guys want to do you in because you know, to moved in on some territory. But it's the same thing with rap. You could like a girl picture, and a rapper, somebody could feel like you moved in on their territory, or you could post something that somebody don't got, and they could feel like you moved in on their territory, their social territory. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't the streets no more. It's social media and all of that stuff, you know, and guys get embarrassed, and guys, you know, be in their feelings. You know what I mean? Like, the social media thing is one of the biggest plagues to our community, you know what I mean, since crack. You know what I mean? And like, with that said, you know what I mean? Like, man, you could die so quick, and you can die quicker in the rap game than you can selling crack. The probability, I'm pretty sure if you got an actuary scientist do the probability on that, you might get shot quicker rapping than selling crack nowadays.
Yeah, you're right. I think in the future there'll be a picture of the natural cause of death from a rapper. It'll be a bullet.
Yeah.
If they keep
Real talk, dog. We done lost like 15 rappers in the past 4 years. So it's just like, man, me personally, I'm trying to evolve past, you know, just being a rapper. I feel like, you know, especially a lot of these white people, that's another way for them to, you know, call us the N-word. You know what I mean? They classify us as just a rapper. You know, y'all know I'm not just a rapper. Yeah, I can rap, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm a businessman as well, and I'm a mogul as well. So, you know, I'm in the act of making these people respect our mind. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, just because I'm a rapper, like, you don't gotta like throw me in a box with all the goofy stereotypes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now you with your growth, it allowed you to go back and fix some things in the past. You know, you and Easy, y'all had your war of words for a long time, and you two were able to finally come together and mend that relationship. How big was that for you, and how was that? How were you able to do that?
Just growing up, and I love Young Jeezy, and I was tired of his fans not liking me no more. So I was like, man, like, it's just time to let certain things go, and it wasn't really nothing to hold on. Me and Jeezy, when I look at a lot of the problems I had with people, like, that was really one of the most small ones, and it was just youth frustration at the time. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't jealous of Young Jeezy. I love Young Jeezy. It wasn't nothing that he had that I wanted. You know, I just wanted the opportunity to prove that I can be a asset and not a liability. And I felt like he, in the midst of what he was going through, he wasn't able to give me that opportunity. You know what I mean? So I just was like, so I had to create it on my own. But I love him, and I thank him for everything that he taught me. You know what I'm saying? Still teaching. I'm still looking at him. You know what I mean? I got love and respect for Young Jeezy. He a legend. You know what I mean? And I feel like I had to step out there and say that. You know what I mean? Because it's the truth.
Were you being in the business and learning things in the business, was that easier for you to say, you know what, maybe I was wrong because now that I know, I see what he's talking about.
Exactly. I wasn't at the level of business that Young Jeezy had did. You know what I mean? So I couldn't be like, oh man, well this ain't right, and you know what I mean. So I couldn't, I couldn't see it through his vision because I hadn't experienced it. So once I got those experiences and start dealing with that level of business, those big money checks and things of that nature, and I was like, okay, I understand why he couldn't do this and you couldn't do that. You know what I mean? So it's a process, and I blame that whole situation on my lack of patience and my lack of just being an impatient individual, man. So I apologize to him for that, and kept it moving.
So I see you're from Gary, Indiana. My family is from Michigan City, Indiana. So we like there, yeah.
Michigan City, I got a little property out there, with the white people.
The Blue Chip Casino.
The Blue Chip. Yeah, man.
I know you know the Blue Chip.
The Blue Chip. You got to know about the Blue Chip. That's where the white people go.
Absolutely. It's popping over there. It's popping. But a lot of people, don't know Gary, Indiana, but Michael Jackson's from Indiana. A lot of obviously talented people come from Gary, Indiana. What has Gary, Indiana done for you in your music? Like, how does that come into play? Growing up there, how does that come into play in today's music and your message going out?
I mean, growing up in Gary, I just feel like it gives you a certain kind of fabric. It's a real working class blue collar town, and it's really do or die, literally. You know what I mean? It's like
ain't much out there.
Nah, ain't much out there. You either do something or you die. You know what I mean? Like that's the only options you got. And I will say, Mike, being from Gary, definitely was inspiring. You know what I mean? I don't think that we got no benefits being in Gary and Mike and the Jacksons being from there. Like the Jacksons never came and started no music programs or museums or anything like that for us. You know what I'm saying? But we still love them. You know what I mean? I think that's left up to guys like me to go and do things of that nature. So, but I had to get to a certain point in my career where I can afford to do things like that. So now, I feel like I can do more for the youth in Gary and give back. You know what I mean? I just, yesterday I always outfit the basketball team with shoes and uniforms and stuff. You know what I mean? From the high school teams and things of that nature. So I give back in my little ways. I think that Gary is a city that definitely needs some life. Breathe into it. It's a lot of good people there. You know what I mean? My family's still there. I wouldn't want to grow up no other place. You know what I mean?
Now, you got any athletes come out of Gary and any NBA players? Who's out
What? What?
Tell me, who?
What? What?
Who?
Talk about, boy. He played it all.
Who?
Hey, Gibbs, I'm trying to think too.
Nah, that's true. We've been rapping hoopers for a long time. Like if I didn't rap, I'd be.
Hey, how tall are you?
6'2".
I give you the business.
You can't give me the business. I'm like a baby LeBron, like slash. You know what I mean? I got bully ball game, but man, we got legends come out of Gary.
I definitely give you
we got legends come out of Gary, man. We got Glenn Robinson, Big Dog. That's a legend.
Big Dog, okay.
You know what I mean? And that's the old school. But if you talk about the new school right now, we got one of the best point guards in the league, Darius Garland.
Oh, he from India.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think I insulted him when I said that. I'm sorry.
No, you know what?
He from the Freddie Gibbs family tree, man.
He got the Darius Garland. That's like that Trump card. He was holding it like he was holding big dog to Darius.
That's a big Trump card, man. He from the Freddie Gibbs family tree, man. You can't mess with DG, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
He got that kid Saxon moved up out of Cleveland.
Oh, he was crazy. He had to get up out of there anyway. He wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, DG, all-star. Look, man, Gary got an all-star on that, man. I will be at the game December 6th, sitting on the floor against the Lakers.
Oh, against the Lakers? Okay.
The
Who
Lakers.
your team? Pacers?
My team, the Bulls, but I'm rooting for Darius. You know what I'm saying? Darius, it's all about Gary. So whatever, I want him to. If I want the Cavs to win the championship,
That's not a violation. That's not a violation. You being from Indiana?
What?
To like the Bulls.
Oh, no. See, you got to understand what part of Indiana I'm from. See, that young lady right there should explain that to you.
Okay.
So it's a city. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not from Indiana.
Chicago.
Yeah. Everybody from our part of Indiana, we root for all the Chicago teams because we pretty much right there. We not in Indianapolis. We ain't down there with the Pacers and no. They can have that.
Chicago Bulls, Chicago Bears, Chicago Black.
Yeah, all of that. Yeah, we doing all of that.
Yeah.
We ain't,
Freddie, man.
We ain't doing no Indianapolis hopes for that.
You ain't doing nothing in Indiana.
No. Just Gary. We from Gary. We not from Indiana.
Hey, Freddie, Soul separately, man. The album's out right now. You got a lot of big features on and everything. When you found out the features you had, did you feel like you had to step up your pen game because you knew what they was gonna come with, or did you always know it doesn't matter who comes into the studio, I got it?
Hell no. I was hoping they kept their pen game up. I said, hey, I got this. Hey, you better come with it. I got some fire. So I pretty much set the tone. I think that the person that rapped the best on my album, like shit, he probably rapped better than me on the Pusha T. You know what I mean? I think he had one of the best verses of the year on that album. You know what I mean? So I think that that it's always a blessing to work with a guy like him. You know what I mean? I learned a lot from Pusha T, Rick Ross, of course. DJ Paul, that was that session brought life back into me. That was like me meeting up with one of my cousins and doing a song. You know what I mean? Everybody that participated in it, man, I just appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
You was always respected for your pen though. When you first got in the game, one thing they did say was Freddie Gibbs could rap.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's what made me listen to you because I was like, Freddie Gibbs, I hear the name, but it was like, yo, he could rap. I said, let me go check it out. And then you being from Indiana, I was like, man, nobody rapping in Indiana. And
they don't. They don't, like, bro, like you see Michael Jackson, you see me. We are cut one of a kind.
Right.
Yeah.
It's barely I'm like, I ain't not for nothing. I ain't hating on nobody, but ain't nobody where I'm from rap like me. I'm just keep real with you.
So where you get that from though? Well, what was the inspiration for you to rap like that?
I'm one of one, my brother, like totally. I think that it's just the fact that I got like such a wide musical palette. And I listened, like a lot of guys where I was from, they wasn't listening to East Coast rap. They was just listening to either strictly West Coast or like down South rap. You know what I mean? Like my palette was full. Like I was listening to Scarface and Ghetto Boys. I was listening to Jay. I was listening to Cool G rap. I think that me listening to so much different rap was teaching me how to rap low key, and I didn't even know it. You know what I mean? God was giving me this training, but I wasn't paying attention to it. And then when I decided to actually rap, all of this just came out. It's like I knew how to do it. I knew what to do. I'm like, nah, that don't sound right. That don't sound right. Nah, Jay-Z wouldn't do this. Tupac wouldn't do this. Fuck that. You know what I mean? So that's just how it went.
Now, when you heard Too Much, when you first walked in the studio and put them headphones on, and they played that DeBarge beat, and you heard that, did it come automatically? You said, yeah, this one is gonna go further than what the regular hip hop song, because your song is touching radio stations that wouldn't usually play you. You're getting a lot of play from different types of radio stations right now because of this.
Right.
You heard it?
I never been on the radio, man. So like now, like this thing is new to me. I'm like, okay, cool. You know what I mean? So like when I made that, of course, I went in there and I heard the sample. I had some problems. Still, guys, man, like I was raised on music. I wasn't raised on rap. I just can rap. You know what I mean? But I'm the king of R&B. I was raised on music. You know what I'm saying? So the music is what influences everything I do. So when I made Too Much, I was, really it was just a sped up version of the classic that El DeBarge already did. So I was just trying to just add to that element and just, not mess it up.
Yeah. How you get into TV world, man. I seen you on BMF.
Yeah, you about to see. I was on Power Force.
It was Power.
Yeah.
Power Force. Yes.
Yeah, I was on that. But that's
what was you? The Indiana Connect, right?
Yeah, I was the Indiana Connect. They, you know, they typecast me, man. They typecast me. They typecast me, man. They had me on there as my real self, man. You know what I mean? But it's all good.
It did something to your eye, though, to throw you off a little bit.
Yeah, my eye messed up for real. But, you know, we ain't gonna talk about that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I could really do that. That was real good acting. You know what I mean? So.
Well, you
I really do this thing. But, you know, that's just the tip of the iceberg with this acting thing. I'm really about to make the transition. I'm really probably about to be one of the greatest, like, rapper / actor transitions in the history of rap. You know what I mean? I think you about to put me up there with like Ice Cube and guys like that. You know what I'm saying? I think that when you see the development of what I'm about to do with my film career within the next year or two, you know what I mean? You'll see that. Like, cause I think I'm about to make that transition and get into the film heavy, you know what I mean? Not just TV shows, but movies and, you know, even plays, you know what I mean? I want to do, you know, Broadway. So I'm really, you know, I've been taking classes and really carving out that niche, you know what I mean, for the next phase of my career.
Now, Freddie, when you get these roles, there's different types of roles, man. They might ask you to cry on the spot. You ready to cry in a movie?
I cried in the movie. Go watch my movie Down with the King. I was in there. I cried in there.
Okay. All right.
I could cry. Man, listen, man.
You know
listen, what? I got a list. I got a lot of girlfriends, man. So, you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
You got to cry. You got to cry.
You got to do what you got to do. Sometimes you got to show that emotion, man. You know what I mean? You got to let them know.
And it works every time, don't it?
It works every time. You got to let the ladies know you're still human. Like, I still love you, man. That one tear, that'll get a girl to stay.
One tear in that puppy face and that long face, and you're good.
Like when they caught you red-handed, you just don't say nothing, and you just stand there and just drop a tear.
Yep.
You got it. You got it.
Stand up.
You got it. Just stand there and drop a tear, baby. I will, like, if you can't catch me red-handed, I'm just gonna be like, baby, I'll, you know, drop that tear. I ain't got nothing but tears for you, baby.
So there's a lot going on, obviously, with rappers and creating deals with big companies, and I'm not going to get into all of that, but I want to know, how do you navigate with making deals with labels, with endorsements, with these big companies? We can see how they can take advantage, and what do you do to take the steps to make sure you're protecting your brand and everything you've built so far while also collabing?
Oh man, have a good accountant. But for the most part, I mean, really just knowing your worth. You know what I mean? Like, I know what I'm worth to these companies, and I know that, you know, the culture that we drive, and we have to be compensated for that. You know, and I think that we gotta own more of the content. We gotta own more of the things that we're producing, whether it's, like I said, movies, film, you know, clothing. You know what I mean? You can see the things in the press that's going on with these companies and these guys. You know, you kind of gotta, you know, take a hold of your business and, you know, grab it by the horns. I think that it's just all about being attentive to what you want and your needs. You know, but the main thing in this game is just knowing what you're worth to these companies, because they'll try to give you peanuts. You know what I mean? And I've been wanting to deal with that my whole career, being undervalued. You know, I think that I feel like an NBA player that's up for a new contract right now, like a max deal or something like that. I feel like my talent is finally being valued by the industry, and they see what I generate. So, you know, I'm about to, whoever I sign with next is gonna be crazy. Don't tell my baby mamas though; they're gonna hit me up for child support.
All you gotta do is drop a tear, man. Just drop a tear.
Drop a tear.
I
ain't gonna hold you. That tear ain't gonna stop her from asking for that paper.
I'm sitting here right now waiting on my new Benz to get delivered. I'm about to drop a couple tears, so whatever.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Your personality is dope, man. Like, if you didn't know Freddie Gibbs and all the stuff that you see in tabloids and all that, you would never think you was as dope as you are, man.
All that be cap, man. All that tabloid stuff be cap. I'll be like, man, just talk to me about it.
Yeah. Hey, Freddie, thanks for coming. And when you come to town, I got 500 on my man right here for the one-on-one.
Oh, nice.
Do it. I got 1,000 on me.
On Indiana, because we from
Look, I can still dunk. So you still want to go there? I'm still dunking on boys. I'm still athletic, guys.
Are you still dunking?
I'm
still dunking. I got video proof.
Well, you know what? At Big Regg Talk, that's my Instagram. Tag me on that because I need to see that.
I'm about to tag you on it right now.
Yeah, because you wait.
What's your ad? Big Regg Talk?
Big Regg Talk. BIGREGG Talk.
Yep, I'm about to see you.
Because you wait for a car to come. You ain't in no dunking shape.
Hey, yes, I am.
I'm gonna send you my footage too. When you tag me, I'm gonna tag you.
I'm probably the most in shape rapper. One of the most in shape rappers, for sure.
Okay, Freddie. All right. Hey,
For
Freddie,
sure. I be working out with the NFL players. I got a trainer. Shout out my trainer, Travell Gaines. You know what I mean? But I'm definitely one of the most in shape rappers. You see, when they all try to fight me, they can't even knock me out. So,
That's true.
They out of breath.
With 20 people.
I've seen the 20 people. And I'm like, wait a minute, he doing the show still?
They can't hang with me because I'm in shape. Like,
still goes on.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. When I was fighting all them dudes, they was like, man, this nigga don't get tired. They like, tired yet? I said, come on, let's go. And now they look stupid. So it's just like, hey, man, you can't stop the cane train, baby.
Hey, I was telling Buck, I was like, Buck, 20 dudes just jumped on him. He's still doing the show tonight.
The show gotta go on.
Still did the show. I didn't really have no injuries. The only injuries I had, because they was throwing plates and glasses. So I just had cuts. Like nobody punching. They was trying to snatch my chain. They couldn't take that. You know what I mean? But they was just throwing plates, man. Rappers, that's why I don't be best with these rappers, man. They so goofy. They take themselves too serious and they can't fight. No rapper ever hit me ever. You know what I'm saying? They always got to go get 30 people because they know Freddie Gibbs is with that business.
You work out.
Oh, well, I would work.
Hey, Freddie, we can't wait.
I'm from Gary. She know how we get down.
I know how we get down.
I'm from Gary. We don't die, we multiply.
Don't play around either.
Y'all do something or die.
We don't die, we multiply, baby.
And we're gonna get you to town real soon to touch one of these stages out here, Freddie, man. We appreciate
Let's do it. Appreciate y'all, man. Love, man. Yes, sir.
All right.
Yep. My bad, baby. On the interview.